Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about how you can go ahead and study for free. By the way, you read the title. Yes, it is possible. It's possible to study overseas for free. I'm not talking about, third world countries. I'm talking about countries like the US, Canada, Australia, Germany. It is possible to study for free in these countries. What does it take? Should you have extremely good academic credentials? Should you have great GRE, SAT, or GMAT scores? Or really, what should you have on your profile to go ahead and get admission into a university which waives off the entire tuition? By the way, studying for free does not mean that you will just get to study for free. Of course, you will be paying your living expenses. Chances are you will be. Sometimes you will be getting some sort of a stipend. Okay, your tuition may be waived off and you'll be getting some sort of a stipend that will cover your living expenses as well. So it's technically going to be for free, right? How do you go ahead and do that? Because I've seen a lot of students go ahead and do this, and the key is, I'll tell you, there's basically two important keys to doing this, okay? And it's a combination of both of these things, but one of these is a little bit more important than the other. First off, it depends on, and this is the most important one, guys, it depends on what kind of a degree you're going for. If you're going for a degree that is very, very sought after, people are just crazy to go for that degree. They're basically pushing the money out. They're basically ready to give out the money, right? And there's just too many people. Then the competition is very high, and you can understand the university is kind of a business. They wouldn't want people to come and not pay. No one would want that. No university would want that. So why would a university let you study for free? A university will only let you study for free and will waive off 50, 60, 70, or maybe 100% of your tuition if you have something special in you, if you are too good for the university. Essentially what that means is you have to apply to universities which are not so top ranked. And of course, don't get me wrong over here, it doesn't mean that the top universities don't give out full funding. Yes, they very well do. Even the top 3 will do that. But if your profile is, let's say not very strong, or even if it is very strong, if you haven't done world-class research, there's nothing extremely exceptional in your profile. Guys, when I say extremely exceptional, it genuinely means extremely exceptional. Maybe you were the first in your whole country at something. That kind of a thing is exceptional. In the top 5 in your whole country, or top 5 in the whole world at something. Something like that is exceptional. Then you can expect even the scholarships from the top universities. But otherwise, you want to go ahead and apply and focus on the safer universities. Universities with very low tuition, universities which are extremely safe for you. Rankings can go up to 500, 400, even 700. Doesn't matter. Hey, that's a trade-off. You want a free degree, you may have to go to a university which is not top-notch. That's the only thing. It's still a trade-off, but you do get to study for free. So what I want you to do, guys, is focus on the profile evaluation, focus on the university shortlisting part of your process very, very closely. This is the most important part of your process. You don't realize it as of now. But when you're left with limited admits at the end, or you have no admits at the end, or you have admits from the universities that you don't want to go to, what that signifies is that you did not do the university shortlisting process perfectly well. And that's what you want to focus on most. That's where you want to spend most of your time. You want to know exactly where you want to apply to, which universities you should go for. There should be a balance. If you're going for a few ambitious universities, take a lot of safe ones if your goal is funding. If your goal is funding, you cannot really focus so much on the ambitious ones. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't have to say it at this point. I've explained it in the video. But if your goal is to get into the top-notch universities, then be ready to pay. That's the only thing. Okay? So, if you go to universities which is, subpar for you, you have excellent academic credentials, excellent research, excellent work experience, whatever. And you're giving your application to a university which is ranked 500, 600. What are they going to want? They're going to want that you attend their school because they see potential in you. And what they're going to do to motivate you is they're going to be giving out some sort of a discount, essentially some sort of funding Can be 50%, can be 10%, can even be 100%. Completely depends on the university, completely depends on where you're going for. Now, the most important part that you want to understand over here is when you're going for funding, not a lot of master's degrees are funded. Most of the degrees which are funded, and these are fully funded degrees that I'm telling you about, it does happen in masters, but it happens a whole lot more in PhDs. If you're going for a PhD, you will see this happen all the time. Almost every student on campus, the university is paying for that student, their tuition, their living expenses. Why are they doing that? Where does the money come from? The money comes from the master's students, the undergrad students. And why are they doing this? It's because the university wants to excel at research. So you're not getting that money for free. You're going to be doing intensive research, guys, for the next 4 to 5 years till you get your PhD. You're going to be doing intensive research. You're telling me right now that, I just completed my bachelor's, I cannot go for my PhD. That's wrong. You can still go for your PhD. Again, rankings will drop. You cannot go to the top ranked universities if you're applying directly from bachelor's to a PhD, unless you have exceptional credentials. Remember, there's always an exception. If you have an exceptional profile, you can apply to the top notch ones as well. You're going from bachelor's to a PhD, you need to have a good profile, and at the same time, you need to have some research experience. You need to be able to convince the committee that you are interested in research, you want to dedicate your life to it, at least the next 4 to 5 years, and you want to apply it to some lower, basically not so well ranked universities. When you do that, you can still get admission into the PhD programs directly after bachelor's. And on top of that, remember, PhDs are not PhDs until they are fully funded. PhDs are almost always, they're fully funded. Maybe you have to pay 10, 15, 20% of the degree, but apart from that, they are almost always funded. And that's what you want to focus your attention on. If funding is so important to you, you want to go ahead, study in one of the top countries worldwide, top education systems worldwide, you want to go for a PhD. You want to go for a PhD, you want to show your research, you want to focus on your research papers, you want to show the university that you have research potential. Okay, this is really important. No matter which field you're from, even if you have done an MBA in the past and you want to go for a free degree, it has to be about research. You have to show them that you have done intensive research in the field of business as well. And that's what's going to count. Okay, so that's how you go ahead, you study for free. There's one more thing that is extremely important for you to study for free at any university. And this also applies to scholarships. The universities might give out admits. Like, we personally got a lot of admits from, already we have some admits from NYU. There's other universities like Windsor, Calgary. See, the admits are given out early as well. We already have them for fall 2021. At this point, it's I think it's 15th of November today, right? We already have the admits. But at the same time, the important part, it's about applying early. Because we applied early, a lot of these admits also have funding, $5,000, $10,000. The funding is there because we applied early. Now, it's not completely in our hands. Some clients come to me earlier, maybe during April, March, June. We apply early. Some people come during November, October, December, even January. We apply late. They still get the admits, but the funding is not there. So what that tells me is that the applications are at the same point, they're both equally strong, but applying early has significant advantages. If you want to get into a program, regardless of which program it is, MBA, CS, chemical engineering, whatever kind of a program you want to study, you want to apply early so that you can grab the most funding. Okay? If you're applying to Canada, connect with professors. If you're applying to a PhD, again, connect with professors, as many as you can. Try to see which one will be happy to take you into their research group. And, that's how you go ahead and get funding. PhDs, applying early, focusing on your research, going ahead, talking to professors, making sure that someone is ready to sponsor you. And of course, it's all about being optimistic about the process. You have to give it time, guys. It's a time-taking process. You have to be, focusing on your shortlisting. That's the fifth point. Shortlisting is the most important thing. If you go ahead, apply to the wrong universities, you're going to get the wrong results, guys. So don't lose focus. Like I said, there's a trade-off. Either pay for your degree, go to a good university, top university, or go to a little bit of a lower ranked university, compromise on the rank a little bit, and you can still get a lot of funding. Okay, so that's the key. That's everything you need to know. Trust me, guys, this is my years of experience that I'm giving out in this video. And some of you may not be in a position to pay for a degree. I understand that. Some of you may not be in a position to go for the kind of payment the universities ask for. I mean, if you're not from one of the Western countries, it's gonna be very, very high for you. I mean, in your country, the degrees are done probably in about $10,000. Over there, it's more than $30,000 per year. So, yes, there is a huge difference. And yes, it's not gonna be easy, but with the right approach, with the right timeline, with the right process, you can get in, you can get a huge discount on your degree, and you can go ahead and go for a fully funded program. Let me know how this information helps you. If you do this process today, maybe 8 months later you get some sort of a good news, maybe 4 or 5 months later. I want to know. Comment down below, let me know if this process helps you, because I'm damn sure, I'm 100% certain that this will help you if you actually go ahead and apply it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. For more genuine information and content, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.